guys, welcome back to my first Halloween tutorial of 2017. I didn't think I was going to get any done this year, but I think I might do a couple. I had to start off my first one with It because I feel like everybody is going to be going as Pennywise this Halloween, so I really hope you enjoy it. I think it's pretty easy to achieve. It didn't take me too long to do. It is going to be a talk through video because I had to make it up as I went along. I really needed to concentrate. So I really hope you enjoy it. Please let me know if you do down in the comments below, and if you want to see any more Halloween looks as well, please let me know and give it a big thumbs up and subscribe. And if you want to see me turn into it, then keep watching. So to start, I mixed some white face paint with a really light coloured foundation. I used the Vichy Dim Blend foundation in the shade Opal. I didn't want a completely white base, which is why I mixed in some foundation. I wanted it to be more of an off-white, so it looked a little bit more grungier. These two didn't mix that well together, so I had to go over with a damp sponge just to blend out any streaks. Then I just set that all in place with some white face powder. I just got this from a fancy dress shop. I know that Pennywise the clown doesn't have that much of a brow at all, but because mine are a little bit thicker, I decided to go in the opposite direction and do a super thick and bold brow. So I just filled them in with my NYX micro brow pencil in chocolate. To carve out my brows, I used the white face paint just on its own, and I blended this out with my finger after just to diffuse it a little bit and make it a bit softer. I mixed two Makeup Geek eyeshadows together. The grey one is Bedrock and the brown one is Barcelona Beach. I used these both to contour. You can see I'm just contouring like I usually would, but then I'm bringing it down just so it hollows out my cheeks a lot more. I also went in with both of those shadows in the inner part of my eye socket just to hollow those out a little bit more, and also to add some frown lines above the inner part of my brow. Now it's time for the eyes, and this is where you can be as creative as you wish. I wanted it to be super dark and smudged out and a little bit messy, so I started with a black eyeliner. This is from Revlon, and then I just smudged that out with a flat shader brush. I used the two eyeshadows which we've been using to contour just to help blend that out a little bit, and then I just repeated the process again, just adding a little bit more eyeliner and then smudge it out again. I then used the black eyeshadow from my Jaclyn Hill palette, and I just packed this on all over the lid. I went to town with the black eyeshadow because it doesn't matter if you are messy with this. I wanted it to be messy, so I just threw it on. I did finish with those two eyeshadows again, which we used to contour just to help diffuse the black a little bit. And then for the under eyes, I sort of did exactly the same steps. I wanted the lash line and the waterline to be super black, so I used the eyeliner again just to line my top and lower waterlines and the lash line as well. I really got in there with the eyeliner just so you couldn't see any skin showing through along the lash line and the waterline as well, and then I went straight in with the black eyeshadow straight over the top and then blended that out a little bit. I decided to do a winged liner as well, so I just used my Maybelline Eye Studio Pot Gel Liner, which is the one I always use for my wing, and then I also then applied more black eyeshadow just to make it super dark. Now it's time to move on to the lips, and I'm using MAC's Ruby Woo lip pencil. I decided to go for an oversized clown mouth, but you can play with the shape with it, whatever suits you. So I just lined them out first and then I filled them in with the same pencil. I went in with a bit of Night Moth lip pencil, also by MAC. This is a really nice rich deep purple, just to add a little bit more definition to the outer corners, and then I used a little brush to blend that in. And then to fill in that mouth area, I used the Gerard Cosmetics liquid lipstick in the shade Immortal. Using the Ruby Woo lip pencil again, I just started to sketch out those smile lines which lead up to the eyes. I did first overdraw them slightly, I did go in and fix it. I left this bit in because I wanted to show that even if you do make a little bit of a mistake, it doesn't matter because you can easily clean it up. I then used that same little brush that we used earlier to blend the two lip liners together to start smudging out this line a little bit. It did have both of the purple and the red on there, so it did smudge out a really nice colour. To make that a little bit brighter, I went in with this red eyeshadow. I think this is the NYX Vivid Brights eyeshadow palette. I'll leave it down in the description bar. But I just went straight over the top of this just to make the red a little bit brighter and to smudge it out and blend it out a little bit more. I used the red liquid lipstick again on an angled brush just to add in a little bit more detail. I didn't follow these lines all the way down, I just added a bit in different sections. I just thought it looked better that way and it added a nice bit of detail. Using the same lip pencil, I followed the lines up towards my brow. I applied a little line underneath the arch of my brow and then above the arch of my brow as well. I followed the exact same steps with this as well. I used that little brush with the red eyeshadow and just blended these upwards, and then I also used that liquid lipstick again just to add a little bit more detail. I felt like the sides of the mouth needed to be a little bit darker, so I just used a bit of black eyeshadow on a pencil brush over where we applied the Night Moth lipstick and then just blended that in for a bit more definition. And then I moved on to the nose, so I used the same lip pencil again and coloured the nose in with this. I used the brush again to help blend this out and diffuse that line as well so it looked a little bit more smudged. I added a bit of the Night Moth lip pencil and then also a little bit of black eyeshadow as well. I liked the colour that it made the nose sort of looked more like bruised and a bit more grungy. To make my clown a little bit more glam, I used some big lashes. These are the Huda Beauty Scarlet lashes, and then I also used some red glitter as well. I used the red glitter lips lip kit. This is in the shade Ruby Slippers, and I used it with the NYX glitter glue. I just applied the glitter glue first all over the lips and then applied the glitter over the top. I thought it would look really nice as well to add some red glitter tears as well to my clown, and I also applied a little bit to wherever we used that liquid lipstick to add a little bit more detail into the smudged out eyeshadow. I really liked the effect that it gave. So that completes my Pennywise the Clown from It makeup tutorial. I really hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you did down in the comments below, and please give it a big thumbs up as well and subscribe, and I will see you soon. Bye!